What's up, everybody? We're back again for a drum playthrough review. And for everyone who's brand new, hello, my name is Nick. I play drums and a bunch of other instruments, and I like to do these so that way we can glean technique from expert drummers and learn the best we can from people who are better than us so we can better ourselves as musicians. So we've already reviewed this drummer a bunch, and he's got a lot of information, a lot of technique that we can glean off of, and he's got a lot of videos that are really good, excellent quality content, if I do say so myself. And honestly, I've had a lot of positive feedback on the videos that I've done from him before, so that's part of the reason why I'm doing these again. And also just because, I find his content very amusing, and also it's a lot of interesting technique that we need to break down and we can learn from. If you've watched this channel previously or any previous videos, you'll see that I reviewed Jay Weinberg from Slipknot, and I reviewed the live playthrough that they did of Disaster Pieces. So we're going to be reviewing a cover by a drummer we've done a couple times before, Estepario Siberiano, and we're going to be reviewing a cover he did of Eyeless by Slipknot. I've had nothing but positive feedback from the reviews that I do of his, so what do you say we get right into it? Okay, without further ado, gentlemen and ladies, let us get right into it. Absolutely excellent so far. Very minimalist setup, you'll notice he always keeps as well. Just one tom, one snare, that's all he needs. Still very loose. I love this song, honestly. This is when Slipknot was actually good. Controversial opinion, oh my god. Yeah, so right now I'm noticing a lot of things too about his technique. Right now he's using mainly wrists. He's keeping his fingers kind of closed. He's keeping his wrist really loose too, you'll notice, when he's doing those rim shots. He's letting his wrist kind of flop down. He's not necessarily putting a ton of effort and energy into it, which is good because you want to keep it loose. But also it's very interesting because that means that he's conserving his energy for longer. Because you see how his wrist goes when he hits that rim shot? It just kind of flops and kind of sits there a little bit, and then he starts doing the ghost notes. Very smooth too with his ghost notes. Very smooth. He's really good too about linear fills as well. And quad fills, Portnoy fills. Oh my gosh, dude. That's a good crossover. He's using a lot of different fills too that they didn't use in the original song, which is very interesting to me. And his double bass technique, that's a lot of hip flexors, a lot of power behind that. I do like though how he's adding in the ghost notes because those aren't in the original song. It adds an extra feel to it that just that little bitty extra thing is good. It's good. It really does change the feel up of the song. You can already tell though with this guy, when it comes to fills, he's got it down. Like that, just come on. That's excellent. Wow. So yeah, man. Estepario Siberiano's doing it again. So yeah, that is a little bit of an older video. And the reason why I wanted to come back and revisit that one is because you'll notice he's doing some things that are a little bit different from some of the other videos that he's done. He's not necessarily using a crap ton of chops in there as compared to all the other ones. And that is because his covers that he does are a lot different than his shorts. I've seen a lot of different people who've done reactions and all that to his shorts and all that and his short frame content. And you won't see me doing reactions to them. Usually I watch the video a couple times beforehand, just so that way I can get a little bit of an idea of what's going on with his technique, so that way when I'm watching it with you guys I can explain that. That's why I never call these reactions, I call these reviews. You'll notice that his short form content and his long form content are pretty different. He doesn't necessarily do as many crazy, insane chops as he does in his long form content that he does in the short form, and there's two reasons for that. One of which is because the short form content, you need to impress the audience immediately. And the reason for this is because short form content, it's all about getting a dopamine hit. All these short form videos that are out there from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube shorts, or whatever, it's all based on a dopamine hit. They want to give you an instant hit of dopamine. They want to give you that little satisfaction boost, so that way you just keep on scrolling. It is built a lot like an addiction. So with the short content, you have to impress your audience really quickly, and you have to impress your audience within a quick second. He's going to pull out a lot more of his chops and a lot more of his super crazy stuff on the shorts as compared to if he's going to do the long form content. The long form content, he can kind of keep your attention a little bit more, and then every so often throw some chops in there so that way you still keep your attention span. But also part of that is because he wants to more accentuate that he's covering the song. He's not totally reforming it, which I think honestly is good, because he's showing the actual, him covering the song, but he's adding his own style to it, and that's what's important. Obviously, say all the things that we need to say. He's keeping it very loose, so if you're playing drums and you're trying to get to a higher speed and higher tempos and all that, and you're having a little bit of trouble, keeping loose is going to be your best friend in this situation. Not straining too much to get those speeds. You see when he's doing those crossovers, he's keeping his arms like noodles. They're pretty loose, they're pretty slow. You don't see any muscular tension up here in his arms. Nothing looks tense, nothing looks rigid. That's what's ideal in that particular scenario, especially when you're going fast. Not only for the energy conservation idea of things, but also, we've talked about this before on some other videos I've done with him, as far as like how it cancels out the rebound when you're actually too stiff, and having, a reliance on the rebound as far as the drummer goes, that's essential to being able to play faster. So you'll notice that he is relying a lot more on the rebound on certain things like his fills, so that way he can get those faster fills. He's not having to do as much work when he's stroking and using the stick. But when it comes to the actual like powerful backbeats, he's keeping it loose, and he's literally just letting the stick fall and hit it right there. And the reason for that is because when he goes to do the ghost notes, his stick is right there and he doesn't have to do a whole lot of work to get there. There's a lot of different nuances that come into the science of drumming and come into the field of drumming that I don't think a lot of people in particular really take into effect and take into account. And honestly, if we are trying to take into effect all these nuances and all these little things, the best thing that we can do is observe a drummer that is really good, exemplifies really excellent technique, exemplifies keeping it loose under high tempos, so that way we can better ourselves, and so that way we can ultimately glean what we can from their technique and apply that to ourselves, which at the end of the day, that's the purpose of these videos. And also, that's why when you watch all these other drummers, keep an open mind. Don't be too critical. Don't compare yourself to these other people. This guy's been playing drums a whole lot longer than me. That's why I don't ever compare myself to him that way. If it was a shred contest, I could definitely not outshred him. Okay, well, maybe foot technique, I probably could go a little bit faster than he can. But I mean, it depends, because he's got the duelist pedals too, so I don't know. Very good cover, very good job. Very good fills in there, very tasty. I like how he changed it up and added his own style to it. And with all that being said, guys, we're going to cut the video here. So here's a few things you guys can do to support me. So for one, hit that like button, that subscribe button, share this with your friends. All that stuff would mean the world to me. And drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought of the video. The other thing you guys can do is check out the playlist that I have of my other videos that I got. If you like this one, I've got a lot of content that's similar to this, so I'm sure you guys would like that as well. And also don't forget to check out the links that I got down below. That's for my band page, my band Spotify, and all that. We got a lot of new music that's going to be coming out the pipe soon, so it's going to be sick. I hope you guys will like it. And with all that being said, guys, we're going to cut the video here. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for stopping by. And hopefully I will see you guys in that next video. Cheers, everyone. Have a good night.